93.3 Lagos.
A very good morning to you, Lagos, Nigeria. And yes, we are back on Financial Matters, brought to you by Hot FM. I still remain your host, William Sazamba. Now, for those of you ardent listeners and followers of this program, you would have noticed that for like 2 weeks now, I've been away. It's been a hectic week of activities back to back. Sorry about that. So sorry about that. I had a couple of events that, interestingly, I was the compare of this event, and so it was just back to back every single Thursday and even Friday of the week for the past 2 weeks has been one engagement or the other. So really very sorry that you guys were not able to reach me on the program Financial Matters, brought to you by Hot FM. But thank goodness we're here again, hale and hearty, and we're good to go. So welcome Lagos, welcome Nigeria to yet another wonderful time on radio. Now, for those of you who might just be joining for the very first time, on this program every Thursday morning on Hot 93.3 FM, we look at the do's and don'ts of a modern business. We also look at some of the regulatory informations coming from both the state and federal level that can help you and your business to thrive. And that's what we do on this program, Financial Matters. And today, we are going to be looking at yet another wonderful topic that I want to believe you, my listeners, this morning would enjoy listening to. And it is the business of real estate. Real estate. What do you need to know about real estate? And interestingly, for the next couple of weeks, I will be having someone on the studio that will be coming back to back to talk about this topic of real estate, because it's one topic that is broad in itself, and it's one sector of the economy that quite a number of players play in, both locally, big time, local base. So for a couple of weeks to come, we will be looking at this topic and looking at areas surrounding the business of real estate. And as I said, there will be someone in the studio that will be helping us to dissect this subject matter so that you out there can get to know fully how to go about the business of real estate, what you need to know, what you need to avoid, what you need to do to get things right, and why you need to, take this particular sector of the economy more seriously. Now, before we go into the discussion proper, let me do a bit of my intro. Every week before I go into the topic proper, I like giving a bit of definition, background around the subject matter to set the tone before we go into it. Now, real estate, by definition, from my own research, I mean, my guests might have a different perspective around it, but real estate is property consisting of land and buildings on it, along with its natural resources such as crops, if there are farm produce on it, crops, minerals or water, immovable property of such nature. That is just call it a layman and educational definition of the term or the word real estate. And as I did say, there's someone already in the studio this morning that will be helping me look at this topic in a more broader spectrum. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I make welcome to the show today, the person of Ndubude Ekene. Ha. Ndubude Ekene. I hope I got that right.
No, you got it right.
Okay.
You got it right.
Ndubude Ekene. Ndubude Ekene is the CEO of Zebulon Homes and Properties Limited. A bit of profile on my guest. Ekene is an astute businessman with over 10 years entrepreneurial experience in the business world. He's a Rotarian with Rotary International. We all know Rotary. An alumnus of Billionaires Realtors Academy, trained by Metropolitan School of Business and Management UK, a graduate of data science and machine learning from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, USA, an alumnus of Faith Foundation Business School, Lagos, an alumnus of LEAP Africa, a graduate of Enugu State University of Science and Technology, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in applied biochemistry. He is, interestingly, He's 35 years old and happily married with a beautiful daughter. That's a bit of profile of my guest this morning. I like reading out this profile so that my listeners know who the guest is in the studio and why they fit the description to be discussing the subject. Once more, Ekene, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
And it's nice to have you, even with the ups and downs of Lagos traffic. I know you had to.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I left house as early as 6 o'clock.
It happens.
And God did wonders on Third Milan Bridge for me. So I was in traffic, but that's not what we're here
That's
today.
I know that feeling. I get that a lot of time on this program where my guests are stuck in traffic and I have to like delay a bit to get them to the studio in one piece. But once more, you're welcome to the show, and we're glad you could make it here.
Thank you.
On record time. So now let's jump right into it. But before I do that, let me also read out it's still going to be an interactive one as we always do on this program. The phone line still remains 0818-242-6591. I repeat, 0818-242-6591. And there is also an alternate number you can call, and that number is 081-800-89933. I repeat, the second number you can call is 081-800-89933. So feel free to call in with your questions, your contributions, as the conversation commences. Good. Now, let's jump into it.
Thank you.
Though I gave my own little definition from my own personal research on the word real estate. What is the meaning? What is the meaning of real estate from your own professional angle, being a real estate practitioner?
As a real estate practitioner, I would define real estate the same way you actually defined it, because that is actually what it is.
Okay.
Real estate is a piece of property consisting of land and buildings on it, including the natural resources under it, and also the plants on it, or any other thing, structures that are on it. Real estate is all around us. It is one of the most immovable assets in the world, and real estate is everywhere. Without real estate, we can't exist, because as a man, you need a house to live in.
Sure.
So real estate is just right around us. You can't drive if if not for real estate, because the road we drive in is also an aspect of real estate. Yeah. Okay. So real estate is all around us.
Okay. Yeah. So can we itemize some of the immovable objects or items that really fall under real estate? Though you touched them a bit, but can we also itemize them one at a time? What fall under real estate? You mentioned roads. That one was very clear. What else can we tie under real estate? Okay,
aspect of real estate actually divided into two. Okay. Basically, residential real estate and commercial real estate. Now, residential real estate happens to be homes where we live in, or houses or estates where we live in.
Okay.
Then the commercial real estate happens to be churches where we go to, hospitals where we go to, markets where we go to, the shopping malls we go to, and the hotels and hospitals as well. So when you look at it, you see that there is no how you can separate a man from real estate.
From real estate,
a man is as the way we see a man, that's how you see real estate. So you can't separate a man.
If not, where will he stay? He can't stay in the air.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good. Now, let's look at this other angle. What are the benefits of investing in real estate? We hear quite a number of people talk real estate. Even there's hardly anybody that lives in any locality that would not see one or two person that calls himself an agent that is into real estate, that can either help you rent an apartment or buy a small piece of land. Now, what are the benefits of investing in real estate?
Okay, thank you, William, for that question. The lingual agent in Nigeria, we have bastardized it, actually. So when you tell someone you're a real estate agent, that person actually looks down on you. But actually, real estate or realtors, as you may call them, saves the world. I'm proud to be a real estate investment coach.
Okay.
So I'm not just an agent or a realtor. I actually show you what you can do to multiply your millions or even a few thousands you have by investing rightly into real estate.
Into
And Williams, I'm standing here today, living my life, feeding my family, and having hope for tomorrow because of real estate. Now, the benefit from real estate is huge. It's not something we can discuss in 1 hour.
Well, we have a couple of weeks to do that.
So I hope to be here back again to continue on this. Now, one of the things you real estate does for you is number one, capital appreciation.
Okay.
Now, real estate is the only business in the world that is safe and secure. The risk in real estate is buying it right. Once you buy right, you are good for life. Real estate is what that can feed you and feed your generations to come. I remember living in a house when we were growing up. My dad was the caretaker of the house. So the whole tenant in the house is under his care, but he was not the owner of the house. So I can see the respect and the regard they give to my father because he was the caretaker on behalf of the landlord. So imagine owning a property by yourself. And I told someone yesterday that land is the only thing when you possess it, they call you a lord.
Yes.
Landlord, which means you are a king.
You're a king in your own property.
So if you don't own a real estate, you can't call yourself a king. So if you are still planning to own a real estate or still thinking of how can I start, you can start as low as you can. With 50,000 naira today, I can hook you up to a property that will save you in the next 10 years. Now, let me not jump ahead of myself. Now, number one thing that benefit you can get from real estate is capital appreciation. Okay. You can actually invest in a property on a project, and then in about 1 year or 2 years, the profit or the accumulation that your capital has gone will surprise you. A case in point is there were some properties I sold to some clients this year. That was in April this year.
Yeah.
And some of them bought it when it was 1 million. Some of them bought it when it was 1.5. Some bought when 2.5. But as I'm talking to you today, a plot in that place, a commercial plot in that place is selling for 7 million naira.
Wow.
So if you had bought it when it was 1.5,
you're making good gains now.
Absolutely. In how many months?
Wow.
Now, so now another thing too that real estate does for you is stable cash flow. So when you buy properties or you buy a project, off-plan project, or you buy a completed building in some certain areas in Lagos, you can actually rent it out for tenants or for short-let apartments, or you can even lease an empty property, empty land, or you can even lease a whole building to a company, to some of these multinationals or expatriates that are coming into Nigeria. So imagine, for instance, Mr. Williams, you have a 6 unit of flats, and then some of these expatriates comes to you, and each rent in that place is about 1.5 million naira. Okay. And you have 6 units of it. That's about 1.5 by 6 is about roughly. Let's just do a little mathematics. Sorry that I have to go this way.
Yeah, I've never been a friend of mathematics.
so let me just do this. Let me just do this. Sorry, 1.5 by 6.
Yeah.
So you are getting 9 million naira in a year. But some of these people pay you as much as 10 years. So if they are paying you for 10 years. You have made 90 million naira.
That's amazing.
That's for the next 10 years. And after 10 years, you have your property.
Back to you.
Back to you. Then if you also want to do short-let apartments, some of these short-let apartments, you can earn as much as 50,000, 40,000, 70,000, 120,000 per day, depending on the location where your property is. So if you get at least 50,000 or 100,000 every day from one of your property, just one unit.
That's good money.
And you have about 10 units of it. That's good money.
That's good money.
That's good money. Do you understand? Real estate is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it is a reliable, structured business that can turn your financial story around. Now, financial security is also another thing, benefits of investing into real estate. Now, real estate is the safest form of investment, like I told you. And someone said the best investment on earth is earth.
Yeah.
The best investment on earth is earth. So when you invest in real estate, you have secured your financial story. There is nothing that puts a man under stress of worry, anxiety, and depression, unlike finances. True. So if you know you have a project that is, you have a property somewhere that is giving you a good cash flow, there are little things you will worry about.
That's very true.
There's little things you worry about. But when you know that if you lose your job right now, I don't have, even where I am living, I can't even guarantee the rent for the next 6 months.
For the next 6 months.
And in Lagos is a very unique city that once you sort out your accommodation, every other thing is sorted out.
Works out.
Yes. But if you are under pressure after 6 p.m., you are going home, you don't know where to live or where to sleep.
Or who will come and knock your door.
Absolutely. Maybe your landlord or IT agent or lawyers are on your neck. That on your job you can't concentrate.
That's true.
But guys, if you give yourself 1 year to 2 years, I can actually work out these things for you. You can start investing as low as 500K.
Okay, let's even break this down. I'm an individual listening to this program this morning, and I say, real estate. It's in my mind, though, but I don't have enough big cash to chunk into investing in real estate. How low can a person go, and what are the various parts? I can call it parts or element of real estate that you can invest in depending on your cash flow.
Okay. I used to tell people that care to listen to me that in today's world, especially in Lagos, Nigeria, or in some part of Nigeria, that if you don't own a real estate, you don't have anybody to blame, not even the job that you are working in, no matter how low your salary is. I have people that you can start investing as low as 20,000 naira per month.
Are you serious?
Yes, because the payment plan or the structured payment plans has enabled many people to own real estate. I remembered in 2019, let me give you the story.
Okay.
I decided one day to buy real estate. The first money, by the time I went to the company and then we decided to get started on the journey. The first payment I made was 200,000 naira.
Okay.
And then since I know I have something that is important to me, I structured myself to start making little payments, 100,000, 50,000, 200,000, 500,000. And once you have these kind of things, it will surprise you how much money that passes through your hands, but you don't account for it. Absolutely.
True.
Today, those properties I bought then in 2019 was 3.5 million. Today, each of them is going for 20 million.
Wow. That's good.
So if I have said I didn't have 3.5 million at once to give you as a block, and then I never started with the 200,000 naira I started making payment with, today I wouldn't have owned those properties.
That's true. So
there is nothing to give as an excuse today. If you call on this program, I can actually get you started. Okay. And give you a restructured payment plan. That's one. Then number two, there's you can also do co-ownership. People come together, for instance. Co-ownership.
Let's talk about that. I've heard that word a lot. How does that work? Or basically, how can that work?
So how it works is that, for instance, Williams, you're my friend.
Yeah.
And then I see a property, and then probably that property is going for like 3 million.
Okay.
Or 4 million naira, but I know that I cannot afford
that full money.
Okay. So what I can do is that I can approach you, Williams. Okay, there's this property. This is the title on the property. We've done our due diligence and it is authentic and genuine. But I don't have all the money to pay for this project. Okay, Ross, can we split this money? Then we split the money for probably 50-50.
50-50 or whatever.
Then if it is a plot of land, maybe 500 square meters or 600 square meters, as the case may be, or 1,000 square meters, as the case may be, by the number or by the percentage of your contribution, determine the size you eventually get. So, and I see many people that do that in where I stay. You see someone sharing a plot of land with somebody, and they build a good accommodation.
True.
You don't need to live in a mansion.
Yeah.
You actually just need a roof over your head.
That's very correct.
Do you understand? So with that, you can also do crowdfunding. You guys can put money, maybe 10 friends can put money, buy a project, and then resell it, share the profit, and then you can now use that profit with your capital to reinvest in another location.
Crowdfunding. Oh.
Do you understand? You can also join, maybe if you're where you work, there's cooperative society in where you work. You can join them to take loans from there to buy, into projects. Yeah. Or you can form cooperative society with your friends. And also there are some real estate cooperative societies.
Oh.
Yes, that helps you to buy when you do monthly contributions.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand? As low as 10,000 naira today, I can connect you to a real estate cooperative society where you can start paying your monthly contributions of 10,000, and over time it accumulates, and you use that to buy a property.
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Wow. the discussion is already getting heated up. Okay, so the phone line is open. At least you heard my guest even say, if you call into the program this morning, he can actually give you a pathway that can make you become a lord. And interestingly, it's interesting we're discussing this topic because the whole world presently is sadly marking the demise of the Queen of England, and so far they've been giving statistics as to what the new king has just inherited. And I've been following the news, and it's interesting to note that the Queen was regarded as one of the biggest real estate owner,
absolutely, in the world,
in the world, in Britain as a whole. Okay, we have a call. Let's quickly take this. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello? Okay, I think we've lost that. And I was hearing that King Charles is inheriting something, I think something around 150,000 acre of property.
Yeah.
The size of Chicago as a whole. I was like, whoa.
Absolutely.
I was like, the minute you mentioned that word Lord and being a king in your own property, I just remember the story surrounding King Charles of late and the inheritance he got. Okay, I think we have another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, William. And what's the name of your guest?
My name is Ekene.
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 Yes, sir.
My name is Ijeoma.
Oh, welcome to the show, Mr. Ijeoma.
Yes, I have a need on that period, and I would like to talk to Ekene if you can oblige me later. Actually, I have made some effort, but it has not worked out.
In the line of real estate?
Yes, that was what we're discussing. For now, I bought a property in a good state. And for now, honestly, I don't know how it's for the next state. We joined, everyone have paid and have its own. I have the deed of assignment, but for circumstances of life, I don't even know what has happened to that place. Over 10 years, but I have the deed of assignment.
Oh, okay.
I've made some other efforts, but actually, it didn't work out.
Okay.
Honestly, in my mind, I have a desire for no just reason, for a reason I can't explain, to get a property, not necessarily in Lagos, but in Asaba.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why the desire, but that's my desire.
A desire is allowed.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
It's allowed.
And I can hook you up if you are serious after this call. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If can help me and do something, if you can work it out, fine.
He can. He just said that he can actually hook you up. That Asaba you're talking about.
I was so grateful because I would like to have property necessarily outside Lagos because I've lived in Lagos for some time and I've been issue.
Okay.
Lagos has not been my best place to live in. I don't know reason.
Okay.
So,
okay. What I would say is I'll pass the mic to Ekene. He will give you his contact details. And maybe you can just note that down right away, and you can feel free to call him after the show. I mean, that's why the show is here, to help out as much as possible. So please listen. He will call out his contact detail for you, and of course, all other people listening, so that you can reach him even after today's conversation. That's why he's here.
Would he rather get in contact today? I'm in a very cool mood, so I may not be able to get all that he will give me. But if we get in contact talking, certainly by the grace of God, we'll be able to talk in detail.
Okay, do you know what? So that I let you concentrate. Quickly call out your digit. Ekene is listening. If you're okay with calling out your digits, you can call out your number. He will take it down.
This is my number 080.
Okay.
34.
Okay.
911.
Okay.
911.
Okay.
Yeah.
692.
692.
Yes.
Okay, not a problem.
My name is Ijeoma. I will glad to discuss with Ekene.
No wahala. He will definitely reach out to you. Thank you very much for listening and calling in.
Much, William.
And drive safe.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Amazing stuff. I needed to ask because not everybody is very free to, calling out their numbers on national radio. So I needed to do that.
No problem, sir.
And I'm glad he was okay with it. We have another call. Let's take this. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Brother William.
My man. Onyemechi, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
I've missed hearing your voice. 2 weeks, no easy.
I did not hear from you now. I've been wondering. Last week I waited. I didn't hear from you.
I'm so sorry. I was very busy with some event. I was helping to put together some corporate event.
And this thing you people bring out. Yeah. Just give me just 1 second. I want to clap for you.
Thank you, sir.
We're clapping back.
Thank you, sir.
This is one of the things I like to hear.
Thank you.
Honestly, I would like for you. Because, as an example, when I get my own a little small place that I covered in Lagos here, it's my landlord that pushed me to it. And that particular day, I had a visitor in my house, and he then drink. After everything, my landlord called me, tell me that you don't need to waste this kind of money, ordinary people. I should gather my money. That he will take me to where that I will buy land. I said, land in Lagos, that I can't do that. He said, he will help me. I said, what of this the money? And this is exactly what this Kene is saying today. Is exactly what this man tell me. After everything, I have to do contribution, 5,000 naira. It's not up to 1 year. And this man take me to that place. This is where I'm making now.
Wow.
I buy that place 200,000 naira that time.
Wow.
That's a wonderful
now,
landlord.
if anybody want to buy land for that particular place where I'm talking now, it's up to more than 17 million. If you want to buy, if it is pieces of land there.
Serious.
Okay, I know how people are renting only a room. If you want to rent a room there, it's up to 300, 500,000 naira there now.
Wow. That's
But
good
I
stuff.
thank God that today I'm not paying for at least accommodation like where I will sleep. Even when I have problem in my business, I phone it to that. I say as long as I see where I can lay my head,
Absolutely.
my business.
Very true.
So I'm saying, please, me myself, I would like to get another place. In return,
fine.
as long as little money someone can be contributing,
Fine.
then I would like it, honestly. I would like to look at him.
Fine.
No problem, sir.
Fine.
No problem, sir.
Opportunity I've been waiting for. Because the problem is this. The problem, sometimes we go where to buy land, before you know it, another people will come out and then take it.
Encroachment. Yes.
Whether it's Babonine or Bane
You're
or
correct.
all these things,
You're
before
correct.
you know it, the land will not. Some people will pay money. They will tell you that the land is here. When you reach there, you see somebody is building there. So they will give land here today. Tomorrow, when you reach there, whether you are bidding, then we collect money from another person. Then we call the price to be there. Before you know everything, you run away.
True.
You run for your life.
True.
But if I can see a new person like this, I would like it. I would try to hook with him and I'll get what I need.
Amazing
Not a
stuff,
problem.
Onyemaechi. So just keep listening in. You hear his digits. Take down his number. Feel free to call him. He would help you out.
Even if I not achieve anything for this Hot FM, it's when I be listening to them. Let me achieve something from
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
Absolutely.
You're
It will
my
happen in
regular
Jesus'
caller.
name.
Thanks,
It will
Onyemaechi.
happen.
Thanks for always calling in and listening to the program. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
So again, I think it would be appropriate at this point to call out your contact details. So that Onyemaechi picks it and whosoever is listening picks it before we continue this discussion because time is already running.
Okay, yeah. So guys, you can call me on 080 730 51587.
Take that again, please.
080 730 51587.
Okay, and also you can also check out Zebulon Homes. Let me quickly look. Yes, so they're on Instagram. Just look for them at Zebulon Homes. On Twitter at Zebulon Homes. On Facebook, Zebulon Homes and Properties Limited. So you can also reach them on social media if you want to reach Ekene. Let's take another call. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Okay, we've lost that. Okay, so let's get back to the conversation now. You were still talking about the various
benefits,
the various kind of investment you can do. We were talking about crowdsourcing.
Okay,
Let's still continue on that.
Okay, so these are the mediums that you can actually start out in real estate.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So the myth that people used to have before, that's the belief that people used to have before, is that I must have a buck money or millions before I can get real estate. I have a project after this radio program actually going for inspection with some clients that is going today for 1 million naira and is in the new Lagos. Because why we are talking about the new Lagos is that part of, if we're able to decongest the mainland or the other aspects of Lagos, you see that economies will go round to everybody. And now, because of the things that are happening in that axis, that is why we are advising people to buy land in that area. Now, when buying land, there are some things you consider. Number one thing is location. What will the location of where you are buying land today
be like tomorrow? Next tomorrow, next year?
Yeah, absolutely. I can just go somewhere in my village and buy land. I bought land.
Very
but
true.
The essence of buying land is not just to have a shelter over your head. It's a business. It's a business in itself.
True.
It's what you can use to safeguard your future. True. So if you're buying land, look about location. And I used to tell people in the new Lagos, which is, we call it from Sangotedo all the way down to Ibejuleki, has one of the biggest projects. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria that the number of projects that are going on in that area are going on at the same time. Now, the new seaport has received its first shipment. And that seaport is deeper than Apapa Seaport. Now, Apapa Seaport, people used to, before they get into Nigeria, somewhere, park in the high sea, they transload, then they bring it in. But right now, that big ships come straight all the way, in Ibejuleki. Yes, in Ibejuleki. And the deep seaport is already functioning. Is where I go every day. You know, sometimes when you tell people, this is no longer a story of it will happen. It is already happening. Now, they're also about to start the international airport in Ibejuleki. Now, I don't know, there's a refinery going on there, which hopefully before end of this quarter
will kick off too.
Now, there are companies, milk company is already there, producing, even a company that produces oil that we use to cook. There's a car assembling company there too. And then there is an industrial park, Lekki Free Trade Zone is an industrial park. 75% of it is owned by the Chinese commerce. And it means that many Chinese companies are going to come into Nigeria to come and set up businesses, create jobs, and also create needs for accommodation. So if you are buying in a place like that, you know that in future you are sure of stable cash flow because of rents they are going to receive.
Very true.
The agents that are the clearing agents that are going to come there will need offices to live.
Very true.
We need places to live. Their staff cannot be driving all the way from mainland or to that place. So if you capture into this location right now when it's still very young, in the next 5 years, guys, I'm telling you, you will be rich. Let me give you an instance. Where I currently live, I live on the mainland.
Yeah.
There's a day we're having landlords meeting, and then one of the people that bought land there early said that I think he's a retired major an army person, but he's a senior person.
Okay.
That he bought land there for 200,000 naira.
When he did.
1998.
Wow, 98.
Today. I lie not to you. A plot of land in my estate where I live, 80 million naira. Nobody is looking at you.
Wow.
80 million naira. That's a whooping 80 million naira. Nobody is looking at you.
8 to now.
How many years is that?
Wow.
sent a picture to me of Lekki Phase 1 in 2001. They were begging people to buy land there in Lekki Phase 1.
Like it's
7 million naira. Now we are in Lekki Phase 1. You know the price of land in it. 300 million naira. Nobody's looking at it. You can't even see a plot.
Still begging.
With 300 million naira, you can't even buy a plot.
True.
So when you are buying, buy with location in mind. Don't just buy because I see land, it is cheap. No. At least you can afford 1 million naira. If you start your paying into this project, I can get a favorable payment plan for you for 6 months for 1 year.
Good stuff.
And then you can spread your payments over time. And then in about 2 years, 3 years, you can move into that area when you complete your payments. And then, so if, for instance, you buy a land today, knowing that in 3 years' time, I go come out where the parents now. It gives you a lot of rest and assurance, knowing you have something to live for tomorrow. There are people, no matter how bad the economy is today, they are balling.
Yeah.
Today, not because they are doing rituals or they are doing illegal things. No. People pay them rent. No matter how bad the economy is, people need a place to live. Yeah. And you must pay your rent.
You must pay your rent.
Do you understand? So there's no how you look at it. You see, the one of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yeah.
Accommodation is one of the first need of a man.
It is.
Before you start talking about psychology, other things, maybe even food to eat. A man who is hungry, he knows that, okay, even if I eat now, I don't get where to sleep. That's why today many people are sleeping under the bridge. Many people are homeless. Yeah. And the truth is this: some of these guys got opportunities to buy land when they were in their prime or when they had fortunes. Now, let me tell you something. Last year, my business ran. I had a little challenge last year in my business. Now, do you know what saved me? There was a debt that was on my neck that I was thinking of how to sort out. That land I told you I got in 2019 for 3.5 million.
Yeah.
I sold one of it for 15 million naira and paid off that debt. And I'm a free man. And you see what land can do for you.
Yes.
It may not always be rosy. Even big businesses run into bad waters.
Of course.
I think one of the billionaires in Nigeria too, what's his name? The guy, the current partner of Dangote now, what's his name? The daughter is a DJ. What's her name now? Was DJ Copy's dad.
Oh.
Was the name? Let me remember.
Mr. Otedola.
Otedola is regarded as one of the guys that have highest number of real estate in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I remembered when he ran into bad waters. He sold a few properties and paid off and moved on. So imagine the guy just have only cash, but he didn't even have any structure.
Yeah.
Many people are doing business today. I'm not saying you should use your capital to do business, but if you...
We have a call. We'll come to... Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
And your guest is Ekene. Mr. Ekene, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I've been listening to your show and I heard when you said real estate is the only person that makes somebody a lord.
Absolutely. That's why you got called landlord. Nowhere else.
The king.
In fact, when I heard it, I just laughed.
Because here landlord, here landlady.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm telling you. Okay, so I know real estate is good, but there's been issues around selling the ones that I bought several years ago. So again, I was like, when you said saying real estate, I started asking myself, do people actually make profit from this? I also know that I manage a property and it's been very difficult getting the tenants to pay their rent. So what if that was the retirement plan for the owner of the house, sorry. How would that have taken care of his bills? We were running after tenants to say, pay your rent, and many of them, they don't want to pay, they just causing problems here and there, and they don't want to move out. So, again, when you started saying real estate, because I was already having this double mind about it, I wanted to say real estate is not a good form of retirement.
Okay, can I just make something clear to you? I know that's usually it's a Nigerian factor. But even if someone is living in your house and he's not paying rent, there are legal ways to evict the person. Even if it takes you 1 year or 2 years to evict the person, your land when you are going to get the process has added in value. Now, some people get people that are into real estate and then they come into a partnership. There are people that can get you, they're lawyers or even realtors that can get you high-paying clients. You tell them this is amount I'm expecting from you, and he charge your tenants whatever. Or you can actually come, into a partnership and say, okay, this house I'm going to lease it for 5 years or 10 years. Do whatever you want with it. Then give me the block money.
Give me my money.
And then I move on. After 5 years, I take my property.
Yes.
Now let me even tell you, you can go to bank today to borrow money to buy land, but you cannot go to bank to borrow money to buy their own bank shares in the stock exchange.
Yes, yes, that's true. They will give you.
They won't give you that. They won't give you that. Now, and do you understand how important real estate is?
Yeah.
So if you're having that challenge, you just think outside the box. Probably approach them, know why they're not paying, and find a way around it and get it sorted out. Now, in real estate, your money is not lost.
No, true. I like the fact that the point you made mention, the fact that even if it takes you a year or more to get that person out, all those periods you're going back and forth, either with the
appreciation has happened.
There is appreciation in the property. So when you eventually get that person out, the new people that will come in,
you will recoup whatever you lost.
That point really made lots of sense.
Yeah.
Because I think most times what a lot of landowners look at is that it's just that pain of I'm now going back and forth to either get this person out of my property or pay their rent. Yeah. Forgetting that even while you're wasting all those so-called months going back and forth, your property is appreciating. So whenever the person eventually leaves, which they will eventually leave, you can now recuperate your money from the new people that will come in. And I also like the angle too that you brought up too, which is the fact that you can actually get some
leasehold,
from proper real estate professionals who can actually help you get the right kind of tenant to rent your apartment, which is part of what. So I think because we're already time pressed, so let's quickly look at, in very quick succession, tell us how Zebulon Homes is here to solve some of these little teething issues that we've heard some of the callers mention.
Okay, number one, Zebulon Homes is a real estate trading company.
Okay.
We connect investors to the right property.
Okay.
We connect investors who have money to buy real estate.
Okay.
But they don't know the kind of real estate to buy.
To buy.
You understand? We can also help you to build your real estate portfolio. Okay. For instance, you earn XYZ amount of money, but you said, I don't know how much I can bring out to build my real estate. But I love real estate, but I don't know how to start that. We can help you to draft a plan. Yes, absolutely. Yes. We can help you draft a plan. Okay. Depending wherever location you are on how you can get started. And in the next 2 years, 3 years, you have a rich yet real estate portfolio. We have off-plan projects. We can connect it to off-plan projects. We have empty plots in acres and also in hectares or in few plots that you want to buy. And we are sure that those properties you buy, as soon as you complete your payments, you get your allocation and you can get your project started. Now, I told you something about a land that was selling for 1 million in April.
Yeah.
The people that had paid completely are receiving their allocation in November 26th. I had someone in the market. I was in Idumota, and then I met some guys, and the problem was that they bought real estate, but they don't know where the property is.
Like you
understand? So now my job is not to chase those guys to give you your property. But my job is to, any 1 naira you give me, that you get a response back in terms of getting your allocation. Now, the guys invested, yesterday when I sent the messages to them that allocation is on 26th of November, the guys called me and he was literally jumping. He bought 3 plots. And he told me as soon as he got this allocation and start fencing it, that I should don't worry that he's going
to jump into another deal.
You understand? So we give you peace of mind. Yes, we know you have money. Yeah. You don't have the time to look out for properties. Tell us what your budget is, and we'll connect you to the right project.
What about the case of Adad that just called, the last caller? Can you guys?
Okay, so we have facility managers.
Facilitate.
So that's the facility management issue. So what we need to do, come and do an assessment on the property.
Okay.
And then to see if there's going to require an uplift, probably of the property. Do a little adjustment or restructuring, and then increase the rent of that place, and then get the right kind of people. When you are renting a house to your client, to a tenant, do proper profiling. You don't just give people house because they say they want to rent it. You do your profiling.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Even EFCC has said it now. Don't even rent your house to Yahoo boys. Yeah. So that's which means now it is required upon a landlord to profile a client.
If a client even do
your due diligence. Yes, absolutely. Do your due diligence on that client to know the kind of business he does.
Especially when you have high profile area properties.
Yes. Know the kind of business he does, how he gets his money.
I agree.
And then know that is this person a person of good character. Yes, I know people may lose their job because of the economy. Yeah, you understand? This is once in a while thing. And you see, once someone has a good intention, he can run around to even get a way to pay the rent.
I don't know how to manage the person.
But there are people that are of bad character. Once there is an issue, they can't.
They can't do anything. You are trapped.
So you need to do proper profiling on your clients, and also we help you to manage facilities as well. So we can also help you to connect you to the future of things you want to do.
You see how hot this topic is.
Yeah,
and that's why it's interesting to note that we're going to be doing this over a period of time for the couple of weeks to come.
Thank you.
So for all those listening, Ekene is going to be back here, God's willing, next week, and we're going to be looking at another angle of the business of real estate, because as I said, it's a very important sector in the economy that can actually make you a lord, a king in your own right. So special thanks to all my wonderful, amazing listeners and those who were able to call in, and also special thanks to Ekene Ndubude,
yes.
the CEO, Zebulon Homes and Properties Limited, for being on the show, and hopefully we'll have him again next week to come talk more about the business of real estate. And as I always say on this program, continue to stay healthy, continue to stay good, and hopefully we'll see you guys again, same time, same station, Hot 93.3 FM next week, Thursday, on Financial Matters.
Thank you very much, Mr. Williams. Before I leave, I tell people, you don't wait to buy land. You buy land and you wait.
And you wait. Amazing quote. I like that.